Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? I hope you're all keeping well and have had a really good week. It is time for another weekly update on my Mounjaro journey. So if you are new here, welcome. My name is Marcia and I'm 53 years old. I live in North Yorkshire in the United Kingdom, and I started my Mounjaro journey on the 21st of May this year. And yeah, it has been absolutely amazing. And if you're coming back for another weekly update, thank you so much. I really appreciate all of your support. I am loving the fact that so many of you are subscribing to my channel and supporting my journey and sharing your journey with me as well. So thank you so much for that. Right, let's just get on with this. So week 16 already, I can hardly believe it. My dose for this week has been 7.5 milligrams. I'll let you know a little bit about a few starting numbers and things like that. And in these updates, I'm basically just going to let you know about how my week's gone, any side effects I've had, let you know how my nutrition has been, what my weight loss has been like, what the all the little information from my scales are, the percentage of body fat lost, and how many grams of protein per kilogram I've managed to consume. So all the things that are really important on the GLP-1 journey. So yeah, I hope you find it entertaining, and yeah, do let me know how you've been getting on this week as well in the comments down below. I really love to hear how your progress is going, and any hints, tips and tricks and anything would be absolutely fab as well to share with me and with all my other subscribers. So thank you. So yeah, if you are new here, I have got lots of content on my channel already around GLP-1s. So I've got two main playlists that you might want to have a little look at if you're interested. So I film weekly updates, I film monthly updates, and I film daily vlogs. So as I've already mentioned, my weekly updates just sort of cover like all the facts and figures, just all the numbers and everything else. My monthly updates are about non-scale victories, trying clothes on, taking measurements, quite relaxed and fun and quite motivating really, and I love filming my monthly ones. And my daily vlogs are just covering everything that I'm eating. I have all the nutritional breakdown of everything, plus what I'm getting up to, what I'm exercising, side effects as they happen, and it's just a really lovely community we're growing over on my daily vlogs. I absolutely love them. It helps keep me accountable, and I think it's a place where lots of people can just keep in touch, because it can be quite a lonely journey sometimes being on GLP-1, especially if you're not sharing it with anybody. So yeah, if you want to find out absolutely every single thing that I am uploading about GLP-1s, and I upload every single day, then do check out my weight loss and fitness journey. This is what the playlist looks like here, and yeah, that's got daily videos, the weekly updates and the monthly updates. If you're not bothered about the daily vlogs and things, but you just still want to know about the weekly updates and the monthly updates, then I have got a separate playlist called GLP-1 Diaries, which just has those main updates but without the daily vlogs in. So hopefully there's something there for everybody. But I know lots of you are coming back and watching all of my videos, which is just amazing. And there's people from all around the world. So please, if you're new here, feel free to say hello and introduce yourself, tell us a bit about you, where you're from, and just drop us a little comment. We're all dead nosy and we'll love to find out how you're getting on. Right, starting facts and figures. So yeah, my very first injection was on the 21st of May this year, 2024, and my starting numbers were, so I weighed in at 13 stone, 12.8 pounds, and that looming 14 stone just terrified the life out of me. So it was a really good point, I think, in my life to be starting on this treatment. It's just been life-changing. So yeah, I was 13 stone, 12.8 pounds, which is 194.8 pounds, which is 88.36 kilos, and my BMI was 32.4. I'm 5'5" inches tall, which is 165 centimeters, and as I've mentioned, I am 53 years old. So yeah, there we are. Now I weigh in on Tuesday mornings, so that was my first weigh-in day from when I started on my GLP-1. So I've just kept Tuesdays as my weigh days. My injection days are now on a Monday, so like a day earlier. I just adjusted it with being on holiday and travel and things, and it worked in a little bit better. So yeah, injection days are Mondays, weigh days are Tuesdays. What was I just going to say to you then? Oh, I'll tell you about what injections I've had. So yeah, had 1 pen, so I did 4 weeks on 2.5 milligrams. So that was weeks 1 to 4. And then I went from weeks 5 to 9 on 5 milligrams. So I had 5 weeks on 5 milligrams, and then I've been on 7.5 milligrams ever since. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks on 7.5 milligrams. And I have just had my 8th injection of 7.5 milligrams on Monday, which is like the start of then week 17. So yeah, I'm really loving 7.5 milligrams. I feel it's a really good dose for me. Let's have a look chat about the side effects this week. Very, very few. I had, like last week, I had quite a bad taste in my mouth. That carried over briefly for the first part of the week. Let me just see, where am I? There we go. Yeah, so the first half of the week, I continued having that bad taste, that sort of metallic-y taste in my mouth. And I was definitely having lots of carbs. So it's not that I'm like low carb or anything. But yeah, it was just really quite dreadful. I couldn't get rid of it at all. And then, but other than that, I've been very well, apart from on the Tuesday night, which was the day after my injection. So I felt slightly nauseous at bedtime. I had a protein shake late evening, and sometimes they can make me feel a little bit queasy if I have them late at night. So I think it was maybe the protein shake. And then on the Wednesday, the next morning, so last Wednesday, I was a bit headachy, a little bit tired. And yeah, I seem to be finding a pattern actually that Wednesdays, if I'm going to be a bit headachy or tired, it does seem to be the Wednesday, so it's sort of 2 days after injection day. So I think that seems to be my pattern. But apart from that, I have been absolutely fantastic. I'm honestly feeling so well on this dose. The start of last week though, I think I just started to be sort of overthinking things a little bit, because I'm going to be going away to Italy in a couple of weeks, and just started getting, not anxiety, but just worrying about going away on holiday, particularly to Italy, where it's lots of pasta, lots of pizzas, wine and things like that. And I'm just sort of wondering in my head, am I going to be okay? This and that, and one thing and another. However, I've got over that now, and I'm just thinking I'm feeling really well. I feel almost as if I'm not even on a GLP-1, if I'm honest. So I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm going to deal with problems if and when they arise. And then, yeah, there's no point making myself stressed about things which may not even happen. So I'm just trying to park it at the back of my mind and leave it there. Food noise, I've got 0 food noise this past week. It's been really good. There's been no snacking between meals. I've literally just had like my breakfast, lunch and dinner, and literally no snacks between meals, no evening snacks. There was one day my calories were a bit low, so I had a bit of supper, but that was intentional rather than wanting to snack. And I was just trying to like up my calories a little bit. Appetite has been pretty good actually. I'm able to eat quite a nice amount, but I have noticed, because the weather's been turning, it's getting colder here, and so we've been having like more like hot dinners and potatoes and things, and I've been putting too many potatoes on my plate. So and I'm not eating them or I'm leaving them. So I need to now try and maybe reduce that down, work out how much I'm eating, which I've got in my nutrition thing anyway, and maybe just learn to visualize what a portion of potatoes looks like for me. And I'm so used to, I think I used to probably just overeat on potatoes before I was on Mounjaro. So yeah, I think I'm just going to have to just be a bit more mindful about that, and just visualize what that portion looks like now, and just start to dish that up so I can eat what's on my plate rather than leaving half my dinner. But no, I've enjoyed my food this week. I've enjoyed everything I've ate, and I've had an absolutely brilliant week. Bowels have been fine, apart from that one very brief episode of nausea, which I do think was related to the protein shake. And it wasn't that I felt really sick, I just felt a little bit squiffy briefly. But I've had no nausea, no vomiting, no diarrhea, no constipation, one brief headache, and that's been it. It's been a dream, absolute dream. Let me make sure I'm going to stay on track here because I know what I'm like. Okay, so let's have a little chat about my nutrition. I will be doing split screens and things like that. So I track all my food with an app which is called NUTRACHECK. It is it's got a UK database, so if you're in the UK, it's honestly absolutely brilliant. I do pay for it, but I have to say I find it so much better than MyFitnessPal, and I love it. I love the features on it. I have got a link in my description box through to the website, but you can search in the App Store NUTRACHECK and it'll pop up in there. So let me open up the app here and then I can share some of the information with you. What I have been doing, I've got my sort of averages for the week as well, so that I can then work out how much protein I've been consuming, so it's quite useful really. So let me just bring this here. So my average, this is up until the end of Monday the 9th of September. I meant to tell you, sorry, this week I am all over the place. You will get used to me if you're new here, I'm so sorry. So yeah, what week are we on? Oh my goodness me. So week 16 is running from Tuesday the 3rd of September up to Monday the 9th of September inclusive, and then I just get weighed on the Tuesday morning. So my weigh day was Tuesday the 10th, but day one of this week was Tuesday the 3rd. I hope that makes sense. Let's have a wee look here at my rolling 7-day average then of my nutrition. So my calories this week were down a little bit compared to last week, but 1,179. Ideally I would like a minimum of 1,200, so I am going to be working hard again at trying to bump up my calories. I think now it's getting to winter time as well, and we've got more sort of potatoes and things like that. I'm just going to find other ways at getting a few more calories in. Fat and everything's fine. Carbs, as you can see there, my average carbs were 118.7 grams of carbs, which is fine. I'm okay with that as well. I'm okay really up and yeah, I'll show you on the pie chart and you'll be able to see a little bit better the breakdown, but I'm okay up to 50% of my calories coming from carbs. I haven't got a problem. I don't need to be low carb or keto or anything like that. I'm more focused on trying to hit my protein goals right now. Fiber was a bit poor again, averaging at 11.5 grams. I'm going to be trying. And then my protein for this week averaged at 92.5 grams. If I look at the pie chart for the average for the week, the percentage of calories split, so 27% of my calories have come from fat, 41% have come from carbs, 32% have come from protein. So again, I'm absolutely fine with that. That is no problem. Calculating my, so I'm just looking down at bits of paper. I've got bits of paper everywhere to try and keep me on track. So looking at the amount of protein that I'm consuming per kilogram of body weight. So what they recommend is a bare minimum of 0.8 grams of protein for every kilogram of your body weight. So if you're not sure how much protein to eat, if you find out what your weight is in kilograms and then times that by 0.8, that will give you how many grams of protein you should be eating as a minimum every day. Maybe try and get it up towards like 1.5, 1.6 grams of protein per kilo of body weight, no more than 2 grams per kilo of body weight. I would say after that it's not required, and you can have too much protein and it puts extra strain on your kidneys and all of that, but this is not medical advice. Go do your research and everything else. So my protein, as I mentioned, was 92.5 grams as an average, a daily average. Quick spoiler alert in that my body weight in kilograms, so if you know kilos then you're going to know where I'm at, is this week it was 73.2 grams. So what I've done, I've got my protein 92.5 grams, divided it by 73.2, which has given me 1.26 grams of protein per kilo of body. body weight. So even though I kind of thought my protein was down a bit at 92.5 grams, I am quite happy because I'm having 1.26 grams per kilogram of body weight. So I'm actually getting a really nice amount of protein. Last week's average was 1.29 grams per kilogram, so virtually the same. So that's really good, because obviously as your body weight comes down, the amount of grams of protein you need to eat also will come down, because it's just a mathematical equation. So yeah, you don't have to keep eating, like aiming for 120 grams of protein and then just staying at that. Because if you weigh an awful lot, if you are like very obese just now and your BMI is really high and everything else, you're probably going to need to consume more protein right now. And then as you lose weight, your daily protein goals will reduce in line with your reduction in body weight. So it's win-win. Okay, so that is that bit. Let's have a look. Oh, and also on MyFitnessPal, I do still put my weight into MyFitnessPal because it will tell me the percentage of body fat that I have lost, body weight, sorry, that I have lost, which I really, really like. So I'll just share this little thing with you here. And so from my start weight to my current weight, I have lost 17.2% of my body weight since the 21st of May. So I'm down 17.2%. I'm like, I just can't believe it. Absolutely crackers. Right then, let's get on to the fun stuff. Let's get on to what I actually weigh this week, and we'll have a look at all the bits of information that come from my scales. Now, I do use the RENPHO scales. Again, I've got a link in the description box down below if you're wanting to know. So many people say, oh, what scales do you use? What app do you use for your weight and everything? And it's RENPHO. So when you get the RENPHO scales, there is also a RENPHO app which is free, which goes alongside it, and then you open up your phone, you open up the app on your phone, stand on the scales, and then it automatically sends all the information through to the app, and it's there, and it's absolutely brilliant. If you like graphs and charts and everything else, you'll love it. And obviously take it with a pinch of salt. These all the like metrics and things that they're using here obviously aren't 100% accurate, but it's an indication, and I say this every week. So yeah, just it gives you a trend, it gives you a rough idea of what's happening, and it can just help motivate you, I think, rather than just seeing like a plain old number on the scales. So let me just set my thing to screen record. Let me just press that now. 2, 1. There we go. Okay, so we are now recording. Right, here we are. So last week when I weighed in, I weighed 11 stone 8.5 pounds, which was 162.5 pounds, 73.7 kilos, and my BMI was 27.1. So I have got on the scales on Tuesday morning, and this week I now weigh 11 stone 7.3, which is absolutely brilliant. So that's 161.3 pounds, 73.2 kilos. And guys, my BMI is 26.9. I am so happy. So yeah, this week I have lost 1.2 pounds. So another loss. I'm really happy losing like 1 to 2 pounds a week, but just anything is fine. It's just chipping away at the block and just sort of getting there bit by bit. So just having a look at my app here, you can see there, so 11 stone 7.3, it's like 11.5 stone. I am really, really happy. I set my target weight to 10 stone. So it says I still need like 1.5 stone to get to my target, which is fine. I've got my body fat targets there as well. So let's have a look here. So it says here from 3rd of September, which is obviously last week. That's my comparison day. I've lost 1.2 pounds. My BMI has come down by 0.2 and my body fat is down by 0.1%. Scrolling up, it shows you all the little metrics that it measures, and these are really good because they've got little slidey scales so you can see where you are on like a little sliding scale to see if you're like in a healthy range, if you're like too low one way or too high the other. So it's got how many things? I think it measures 13, isn't it? So let's open this up where it says details. And it says here, so I've got 7 statistics which are not up to standard and 6 which are in standard. So if I can get one more thing into that, I'll have more things which are in an okay category compared to like work needing to be done. So we'll just have a quick look through very briefly at these, and then we'll look at the graphs. So my weight, as you can see there, so it's 11 stone, 7.3 pounds. I'm still in the overweight category, but I'm heading now down towards that normal, healthy weight. And guys, I cannot believe it. I can see it now. I believe I'm going to get there for the first time in so long. I can just see it. I'm honestly, I can't tell you how happy I am. My BMI 26.9, as if it's 26, you know, and again, I'm now closer to a healthy BMI compared to the obese category. So that is so lovely to be there. I'm heading down again. It's brilliant. And I know BMI is a very old-fashioned thing that, again, is not accurate, doesn't take into account muscle mass. You know, like a bodybuilder who's got very low body fat could be shown as being like obese. I get it, but I'm like Joe Blogg's average person, so it's probably a reasonable indicator of my general health and well-being. Body fat, it still says I've got way too much body fat in my body. It says I'm at 36.4%. I want to aim to get this down to 32%, which is an acceptable amount. So at least I'm not at the end of the red line now, which I was before. I was falling off the chart. So I'm starting to slowly make my way down, and I mean, it's just going to be a bit of a journey, isn't it? I am exercising now, guys, as well. I'm exercising more, doing my strength training again. I'm loving that. So hopefully that's going to help speed these sort of numbers up a bit, hopefully. Subcutaneous fats, that's the fat like underneath your skin that you can pinch an inch kind of thing. So I'm at 32.8%. It says here a healthy amount would be 26.7. So work to be done. Body water, so it's still shown that I'm slightly dehydrated at 43.6%. I should be at 45%. I'll just keep plodding on. I am really bad at drinking, and I'm trying to make a conscious effort. I've got my juice here, but I will admit I am absolutely shocking at drinking enough, so I need to work on that. I do need, like, I said this in my vlog, I need like a little, I'm going to make myself a little sticker chart, which sounds pathetic, but you know, if I can consciously think about it and see it, I maybe need to pin it up somewhere and then just aim to do it, and then maybe give myself a reward at the end of the week if I can fill out everything in that I need to do. I don't know, it's not just kids that respond to charts, is it? I'm like, give me a sticker chart and I'm there. My skeletal muscle, however you want to say it, I'm at 37%. This says that it is low. I don't know if I agree with this one or not, because I have got a really good muscle mass when you go on the other next bit. So it's a bit strange, this setting, but it says I'm 37%. I should be at 40, but again, I'm doing my strength training now. I'm about to order a barbell and some more weights so I can do like my squats and deadlifts and things, which I used to do years ago at the gym. So yeah, I'm going to get that in my home gym. I'm going to be smashing it, guys. Watch this space. Metabolic age is 57, so that's fine. It has actually come down from when it started. So fat-free body weight is 7 stone, 4.6 pounds. Visceral fat is in a good range. It's in the acceptable range. I'm really happy. It's come down quite a lot, and that's the fat around your organs. Muscle mass, as you can see there, is adequate at 59.8%. So I'm happy with that, with being my muscle mass. I'm going to take that as what I'm needing. I think that's good, but I will work on my strength. My bone mass is good as well. It says it's average, but it's a high end of average. My protein is in the normal range, so that's fine. And then my basal metabolic rate is pretty decent at 1,374 calories. So that's just how many calories my body needs to just stay alive and exist. So once you start moving, obviously you're burning calories, and you need to look at that to work out what you need to be in a deficit. But there we go. So as long as I don't eat over that, I won't be putting on any weight. But obviously you're exercising, you're moving, you're doing this and that, you've got to take all those things into account. Let's go on to the trends at the bottom, and we'll set it to a 3-month thing, just because if I do yearly it's a bit harder to see. So let's just set it to 3-month range, and it gives you a rough idea of what that looks like. So starting on weight, you can see that it's a really nice downward trend. I've had 1 gain on my whole journey, and that was the day after I'd travelled back from Scotland. I'd been in the car for 9 hours, so I was letting myself off with that as a little bit of travel weight and travel water, you know, water retention. But yeah, I've had 1 gain, and that's fine. Our bodies fluctuate, but the general trend, because what is this? This is week 16, so I've had 15 losses and 1 gain, and on that week gain it was £1, and then it was off the following week and then more. So yeah, I'm absolutely fine with that. So it says here, so my average weekly rate is 1.8 pounds, which is brilliant. So I'm losing between like 1 to 2 pounds. So it's a nice steady weight loss, a nice healthy way to lose your weight. But like collectively, it's just incredible how much weight I've lost. I can't believe it. Again, as you can see, my BMI just coming down really beautifully at an average weekly rate of 0.3. You can see the highest was 32.4, now 26.9. Body fat coming down by 0.2% a week, which is lovely. And my fat-free body weight coming down by 0.7 pounds a week. Subcutaneous fat coming down by 0.2%, so keep on getting on, keep melting away fat, come on, away you go. Then visceral fat, as you can see, at the highest it was up at was 14. I'm now down at 10, which is fantastic. Body water has not changed, I don't think, very much this week, so there we go. Yeah, you can see, but my general hydration pattern is increasing, so that's really good. It's increasing by 0.2% a week, so I'm getting there slowly. Skeletal muscle is actually improving, so even though it says I was low, it is improving there overall by 0.1% per week. Muscle mass, it says, is dropping, but again, I get confused by this. I really do. I will not lie, but I think I just don't know. I don't understand how my skeletal muscle mass is going up, but my overall muscle mass is coming down. I don't know. It does confuse me all the time. My bone mass has been sort of pretty stable throughout. My protein the general trend is that it's rising up by 0.1% a week. So I've brought my protein up by 1% since the start. Basal metabolic rate is changing by about 6 calories a week. So, I mean, it's fine, and overall it's dropped by 90 calories a day as my BMI, but then I'm smaller, so my body requires less calories to do what it needs to do. So again, I think that's probably quite a natural and okay thing. And as you saw on the little graph, that my BMI is actually in an okay range for everything else, so I'm okay with that. Then my metabolic age here is 57, so it's getting close. It started off at 60, which was quite offensive really, but here we are at 57, so closer to my actual age. So yeah, I want to have a really good like metabolic health, you know, so that's obviously having a good muscle mass, being active, being lean, and yeah, just doing all those things. And then there's so much research, isn't there, to do with like being metabolically healthy. So have a little look at Dr. Tina. She does loads of talks about it. She's really good. I'll link her channel down below. So that's that. We can just do a quick comparison here. So if you go to where it says 3rd of September, and if I click there, it will show you for the past 7 days, little chart, how things are looking. So you can see there, yeah, 1.2 pounds off, 0.1% body fat. And then you've got your comparisons from last week to this week. So down 1.2 pounds, BMI is down by 0.2, body fat down by 0.1, fat-free body weight down by 0.6 of a pound, subcutaneous fat down 0.1%, visceral fat's the same, body water's the same, and skeletal muscle's the same. So I've not lost any muscle there, so that's good. Muscle mass is down by 0.6 of a pound, bone mass is the same, protein is the same. Now, what we can do, and I don't think I've done this yet, is we can compare this week to when I first got my scales. So I got my scales 2 weeks after the start of my journey, so it's not quite the beginning but close enough. So if you click the setup button, and then I can scroll back through the dates, and I think the first was the 4th of June. I did put a manual date in here on the 21st, but that's purely just a weight. So if you go to the 4th of June and click that, and then if I then look at the comparisons, so this is not my full journey but not far off. So it says there I've lost so over the last 98 days I've lost 1 stone, 11.7 pounds. But the main thing I really want to look at is look at the differences here. So you can see that my BMI has come down there by 4.3. I wish I'd had these on from the very start. I really wish I'd got these scales. If you're thinking about starting a GLP-1, get these scales first, and then you've got all of your facts and figures there to compare. But look, my body fat's come down by 3.4%, fat-free body weight is down by 10 pounds, subcutaneous fat down 2.3%, visceral fat down 4, which I'm so happy about. Body water's gone up just over 2%, skeletal muscle is up 2%, muscle mass is down 9 pounds, bone mass is down by 0.6 of a pound. So yeah, that's just up, and then my protein is up by 1%. So yeah, that is that. I think that's everything there. So let me just stop recording this screen. Okay. Now, is there anything else I need to chat about? I usually forget something and then I'm editing and I'm like, oh my gosh, why didn't I say that? So I think that's where we're at for now. Looking to the week ahead, I've got nothing that's going to be getting in my way or anything like that. So I am now strength training. So I want to be strength training for a minimum of 3 times a week. And basically what I'm going to be doing is one upper body workout, a lower body workout, and then a full body workout. And then if I fancy anything in between, like a bit on the treadmill or maybe doing some ab work or some stretching, then I can just sort of fit that into other days. But I'm going to just be happy really focusing on those 3 main days of working my muscles and sort of protecting them. I want to continue to have a good protein intake. I need to increase my fluid intake, and then I'm just going to continue on as I am. So yeah, week 17 for next week is on 7.5 milligrams again, and I have ordered another 7.5 milligram pen, so I'm going to be staying on this for like another month anyway, and I am really enjoying this dose. I feel like I can lose weight and feel well, function in normal daily life. I can eat a nice amount and still lose weight, and then to be honest, my calories are still low. So for me personally, I could think, well, yeah, my weight's maybe like, oh, just over about a pound a week, but I'm struggling to consume a lot of calories. So until I'm going way over my calories, you know, if I'm hitting 1500 every single day easily, and I'm still thinking about food and I'm still starving at my next meal, then maybe that's the point. I think actually I need to increase my dose. But for now, I'm satisfied between meals, but I am able to enjoy my meals and lose weight. So I think that's a really healthy approach. So I'm in no rush to move up doses. I have to say, I think the Americans are much better than the Brits at staying on a dose. In like the thought here in Britain, it just seems to be pushing and pushing and pushing, and it's not so much the people themselves. Well, one is I think we are quite keen to move up the doses, but also our providers. Is the way it's set up. The recommendations are every 4 weeks you move up a dose, and I think now they just know that I'm happy staying on this. Like, here she goes again, I don't want to move up, but I'm happy on this, so that's where I'm staying. So yeah, I think that's it. I think I've covered everything. If I've missed anything out, I'm really sorry. Do let me know if I've missed anything, and then I can add it into the description box if I have, or as a pinned comment. But all the apps that I've talked about will be linked in the box down below, or at least mention them so you know what they are and where you can get them from. But apart from that, that's it. I just want to say a massive thank you to all of you who just show up week after week, day after day, supporting me on my journey. You've got no idea how motivating it is for me and how supportive you all are. It means so much to me. If you are new, please consider subscribing if you've enjoyed my video and my content. I'm pretty down to earth, pretty relaxed about it all, but I do try to give hints and tips and bits of advice and things as I'm going along, and especially on my daily vlogs. We're just starting to have late night chats now about different topics and things. So yeah, if you feel like you need to have a little online buddy, please feel free just to subscribe to my channel and join in the chit chat in the comments section. But for now, guys, thank you as always. Take care. I'll see you all in my next video. Mwah! Bye for now.